In the first topic, we are having MDB, main distribution board. Okay, after the secondary side of the transformer, we are having the main distribution board. Okay, once the cable comes to your transformer to the primary side, again after secondary side, by maintaining your voltage, we will be having the main distribution board. Okay, and this main distribution board will be generally one or two for the complete building. That depends upon the type of building actually. Okay, 90% we have only one only, but sometimes if the load is excess, then to overcome the confusion, to maintain the reliability, we will go with two also. Next, we are having SMDB, submain distribution board. Means after MDB, we are having submain distribution board. This submain distribution board will make divisions with respect to different blocks. Okay. For example, in the single line diagram, you can see this is my transformer. Okay. You can see on the left side we are having the abbreviations for this. This symbol indicates the transformer. So from the transformer, we are getting the power to the MDB, and from the MDB, we are getting the power to the SMDBs. And from the SMDB, we get the power to the DBs in this way. Okay, so this SMDB is making a division between the MDB as well as your DB for the sake of reliability, for the sake of maintenance point of view. So submain distribution board comes after the main distribution boards. Again, we are having LDB, again the PDB. LDB stands for your lighting distribution board. PDB stands for your power distribution board. So what is meant by lighting distribution board? Whatever the loads which are less than 100 watts, we are going to place in this distribution board. Okay, what is distribution board first of all? Okay, nothing but it's a box in which we are going to place all the switchgear components like your MCCPs, like your circuit breaker family, like your RCD family, like your isolators, etc., etc. So when you work with respect to any of the commercial projects, there they will differentiate the loads with respect to lighting distribution board, with respect to power distribution boards. So in the lighting distribution boards, they will place the loads, okay, light loads, like which consumes the power less than 100 watts. Again, same thing for the power distribution boards. Like whatever the load which consumes the power of more than 100 watts, that comes with respect to power distribution board. Again, we are having fuse distribution board, but this is outdated. No one is going with respect to FDB. But if you are working for the maintenance projects, in that case, we have to go with respect to this concept also for the maintenance projects. Because almost like 10 years back, okay, we used to go with fuses only. But now no one is going with fuses because the efficiency and the reliability is not high in the fuse. Coming for the ACDB, alternating current distribution board, DCDB, direct current distribution board. Means what? When you're working with respect to any of the industry, in that case, okay, we will be having some of the loads with respect to AC current, with respect to DC current only. For that reason, we are making two DBs. In one DB, we will current all the AC loads. In one DB, we will current all the DC loads. Again, we are having MPDB, main power distribution board. This main power distribution board is also same like your MDB only, but this MDB is a common term which is used for the commercial and for the residential buildings. And this main power distribution board we are using at the industrial level projects like your airports, metro rails, etc., etc. At industrial level, we will use this board. Next, we are having ELDB, emergency lighting distribution boards. Okay, the name itself indicate whatever the loads, emergency lighting distribution board. So the name itself indicate, like in our building, we are having some emergency loads, like you are having the water supply pump, like you are having the lifts, you are having the corridor lights, etc., etc. And to this emergency lighting distribution board, we are connecting by means of a battery or a UPS or an inverter. Okay, so that we should provide 24/7 supply. Okay, next we are having MCC, PCC, motor control center, power control center. So for example, in my building, I'm having some 10 different types of machines for the HVAC, for the plumbing, for the firefighting, for the mechanical concepts, etc., etc. So with respect to all those things, instead of going for individual panels, what I will do, I will take one panel which is called as MCC, so which will look after all my machines. Nothing but that is called as your motor control center. Again, we are having power control center. Means what? For example, in my building, I'm having some different blocks or different floors. In one floor, I'm using some different amount of current. In other floor, I'm using some different amount of current, etc., etc. So with respect to that, if we want to monitor, then we require PCC panel also. But the advance of MCC and PCC is nothing but PMCC. Okay, where we can have the concept of power also, where we can have the concept of motor also. So power and motor control center. This is a concept what we are having. Next is ATS, automatic transfer switch. Okay, so for example, in my building, I'm having a generator, I'm having a transformer. Okay, generally 90% of the load we are providing by 19% of the load we are providing by means of transformer only. In some cases, for the maintenance point of view, for the reliability point of view, okay, if there is any kind of interruption for the transformer, so the generator will work. So instead of operating the generator in a manual way, we are having this concept called as ATS panel. Okay, automatic transfer switch. So almost whenever there is an interruption, it will on the generator, it will send the signal to the generator within less than 5 seconds. Again, the APFCP panel, automatic power factor correction panel. Okay, in the olden days, this we used to call it as a capacitor bank, but now we are calling it as automatic power factor correction panel. Okay, because here we are using the concept of some logic gates, as well as we are having some relays over here. Means of that we are maintaining the power factor value. For example, I am getting the minimum power factor as something like 0.8. Now I want to enhance the power factor to something like 0.96. Nothing but from 80%, I want to shift my efficiency to 96%. So in that case, okay, we are going with respect to this concept. So, and also remember that in my building, for example, if I'm having some 10 machines, all the 10 machines I will not use at the same time. Okay, so one by one, the capacitors will turn on as well as it will turn on. For that reason, to maintain the order, we are having the concept of automatic power factor correction panel over here. Next, we are having MCB, MCCB, ACB, SF6, VCB, ELCB, RCCB, ROCB. Okay, all these things comes with respect to your circuit breaker family. These are the different types of circuit breaker what we have. What is meant by circuit breaker? First of all, name itself indicate. To run your system, you have to make a circuit. Okay, so whenever there is a fault, what will happen? This circuit breaker will isolate the system. Okay, between the faulty section to the healthy section. Okay, for the sake of safety, or else your equipment may get damaged. Okay, so for that reason, so in this we are having some classifications. About these classifications we will discuss in the chapter 6 in the circuit breaker in detail. Okay, along with the specifications I'll explain you over here. But right now just remember that MCB stands for the miniature circuit breaker, MCCB stands for the molded case circuit breaker, ACB stands for your air blast circuit breaker, sulfur hexafluoride circuit breaker, vacuum circuit breaker, earth leakage circuit breaker, residual current circuit breaker, residual overcurrent circuit breaker, etc., etc. Okay, so I repeat again, this comes with respect to circuit breaker family. We will discuss about this in the chapter 6 in detail. Next we are having load breaker switch. So these things we are providing at the high tension side nearby the poles. Okay, here with the transformer we will provide this one, load breaker switch. Generally this is used manually, and we are going to, whenever we have any kind of maintenance, at that point of view we require this. Next, HTSFU, high tension switch fuse unit. Again at the high tension side we are having the fuse panel. Okay, so for the R phase, Y phase, P phase we are having individual fuses. So to maintain that, to monitor that, we are having these concepts. Again we are having the GCR, generator control panel. Okay, so for every generator we are having a control panel. That panel is called as generator control panel, nothing but GCP. Okay, not GCR, this is GCP, it's a typing mistake. So on this GCP we are having the VSS, voltage selector switch, ambient selector switch, automatic voltage regulator, auto main failure, breakdown voltage. Okay, all these options are available with respect to the generator side. Okay, so as we know that generator is a mechanical device, so we cannot predict that we will get a high quality of output with respect to voltage, with respect to current, because it is a mechanical device, it is a rotatory device. If you're not going with the proper amount of maintenance, what will happen? Definitely you'll get some deflection with respect to the voltage as well as with respect to current side only. So to monitor those things, we're having the voltage selector switch, ampere selector switch. Again, for the stabilized amount of voltage, we are having the automatic voltage regulator. Okay, which stabilize the amount of voltage. Again, the auto main failure means whenever we have any kind of fault, again the breakdown port is nothing but totally shut down. Any kind of major issue in that case. Next, BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard. This is a type of standard which is generally followed in India. Okay, for the especially at the high tension side. Again, we're having CEB, Central Electricity Board. Again, this Central Electricity Board works with respect to the national level. Okay, with respect to the national level, we will work this. Central Electricity Board. Next, COS, change over switch. Okay, in the olden days, instead of ATS panel, we used to go with change over switch. In the olden days, we used to go with change over switch, but now we are going with ATS panel. Okay, whenever you want to switch the load between one particular device to another device, or one source of supply to other source of supply. Again, the CPRI, Central Power of Research Institute. So this is a department which works for the development of power. Okay, which works for the development of power. As we know that in India we are having different power stations. We are having hydro, we are having thermal, we are having nuclear. Okay, we are having solar, etc., etc. So whatever the research and development which are being made with respect to all these areas, with respect to all these generating stations, are done by this department, CPRI. Next, CTRC, Central Tariff Regulatory Commission. Okay, the people who are going to define the tariff. What is meant by tariff? The price. Okay, the electricity price per unit. That is nothing but CTRC, Central Tariff Regulatory Commission.